Welcome to God's Own TV.
Almighty God will grant your request.
The Central Bank of Nigeria, in line with its mandate to promote stability, inclusion and growth in the financial and payment system, has introduced the National Domestic Card Scheme that becomes effective on January 16, 2023. A card payment scheme is a payment network that processes payments using debit and credit cards. This new card will be cheaper to maintain, and it will encourage more Nigerians to open bank accounts. Although the Apex Bank is yet to disclose the procurement costs and operational charges, Nigerians will from Monday receive a new electronic card for local transactions that will be charged in Nigeria. Currently, Nigeria financial institutions feature 3 card payment providers, namely Visa, MasterCard, and Verve by InterSwitch. The card is expected to compete with other debit cards including MasterCard, Visa, and Verve cards operating in Nigeria. With the launch of the domestic card payment scheme, Nigeria will join the likes of India, Brazil, and Turkey, all of whom have domestic card payment schemes. RuPay, the Indian card payment scheme backed by the National Payment Corporation of India, is already one of the largest card issuers in the country, with over 600 million cards issued by 1,100 banks in India. Going by the statements issued by CBN and NIBBS representatives, part of the aim of the new card scheme is to reduce the costs of operating cards in the country for both card users and card issuers. In India, for example, banks that issue RuPay cards do not need to pay card registration fees, unlike when they issue MasterCard or Visa cards. This has undoubtedly contributed to the card's widespread acceptance in the 10 years since it launched. According to the Reserve Bank of India, RuPay had 60% of the card market share in India as of 2020, up from 15% in 2017. Another reason put forward by the Apex Bank is that this would help drive financial inclusion. With lower operating costs for banks, they can reduce what they charge for issuing cards, which could encourage more people to use them. Banks currently charge between 800 naira and 1,100 naira to issue debit cards, but this cost might drop significantly. Also, financial institutions would not have to deal with forex challenges, as payment to the card payment scheme would be made in naira, potentially providing some respite as the country battles severe forex scarcity. Nigeria's domestic card payment scheme is a joint project of a number of parties, including the Central Bank of Nigeria, Nigeria Interbank Settlement Systems PLC, the Bankers Committee, and several other financial ecosystem stakeholders. A nationwide initiative with such support is sure to create a big impact on the country's payment landscape. The key benefits that are expected to follow its introduction are a competition boost in the Nigerian cards market. At the conference, the Managing Director of NIBSS, Premier Oiwo, explained that the domestic card scheme would reduce the operating costs of cards in the country for both the issuers and the users. In his words, the card would be optimized for local content solely for the Nigerian market and support micropayments and credits, e-government, identity management, transportation, health, and agriculture regarding payment. The CBN's Director, Corporate Communications Department, Mr. Osita Nwanisobi, also corroborated Oiwo's position, explaining that Nigeria's payment ecosystem has grown and can run a domestic card scheme. In his words, considering the strength and breadth of its banking sector and the rapid growth and transformation of its payment system over the last decade, Nigeria is ideally positioned to successfully launch a national card scheme.